How do you make any improvement in your sex life if your partner won't even talk about it? Or if those talks go nowhere good? Welcome to the special series for higher desire partners. In this series I have put together, it's to help you get your partner on board to address your sex life so that they're going to want to have sex with you, so that they will want more sex, so that your sex life can just be, one other great part of your already good relationship. So you are in the right place if you are the person in your committed relationship with more desire than your partner. You are the higher desire person. You're with somebody with little to no interest in sex, certainly much less than you at this point, and it's causing trouble, stress, tension, conflict, or avoidance. You're in the right place if you are in a committed relationship, because this really is about working on a sex life that truly works for both of you. Okay, this is not a series about how to get laid, how to get somebody to just have sex with you, have more casual sex, that kind of thing. This is in the context of a committed relationship where you care about your partner, where they care that they want to have sex with you, not that they're just going through with it or doing it for you. And you're in the right place if you're willing to look at yourself. Okay, not just blame them, not just think something's wrong with them, they're broken, why won't they get their act together, why don't they go see the doctor, or whatever it is, but you're really willing to look at your role because you have a role, okay? Every situation in a relationship is co-created. Each person has a contribution. And since you can only change your part anyway, this is an invitation to look at what you might be doing and what you could do differently so that this could get better. So you're truly open to doing whatever it takes to make sex really work in your relationship for both of you. So many people have partners who have little to no libido, who struggle with desire. And, you may have tried a lot of things. I work with people with this desire discrepancy all the time. And I hear the same kinds of comments. We've tried talking about it and it doesn't go well. We've even said we're going to try harder. And then maybe it gets better for a little bit and then it backslides. They've tried scheduling sex, planning more dates, doing more of the chores around the house. They have tried and maybe have stopped trying, stopped initiating, leaving it to their partner. And while some of these ideas help, a little bit in the beginning, it doesn't really create permanent change. And none of these strategies really address the fundamental problem that your partner doesn't want sex. We have to help your partner want sex to access their desire. That is crucial to this whole thing. Now, I have been on both sides of this coin. I have been a higher desire person, worried about my partner's lack of interest, taking that personally, feeling so distressed. I have been a lower desire person. I remember back in the day, really struggling with desire. Things had changed after childbirth in my relationship, and I would pretend to be asleep when my husband would come to bed. I have been on both sides of this coin. I know it is painful on both sides of this coin. I know you are struggling, and the thing you may not understand is that your partner is also struggling. When I went back to school to get my master's degree to be a therapist, it was in that training, actually, that a sex therapist was teaching, and she said that she considered sex therapy to be mostly grief and loss work. And that hit me in the stomach like a lightning bolt. I mean, I am right back in these moments of worried about my partner's lack of desire, pretending to be asleep, the grief, the disconnection, the pain that it was causing for me and my partner. And boom, it was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to help couples avoid this same distress. And that is why I've been focused on this in my therapy practice from the very beginning. I finished my master's degree. I went through all the training to become a certified sex therapist, which is a big deal. And since then, this is what I have been doing. What I have been committed to is helping couples make sex easy and fun for both people. So it does not need to be a wedge between the two of you. It does not need to create distance or distress. You do not need to risk your relationship breaking up over this if it goes on long enough. Because what I've learned is this: you can't be as close and connected as possible if sex is a problem. If you think about it, in a great relationship, both people are happy, right? But if there has been tension or stress or conflict about what is happening or not happening in your relationship, then at least one of you is unhappy. You are probably watching this because you're not happy. I mean, you're probably here, right? Because you're not happy. but your partner is also not happy. This causes strain. It's like the elephant in the room, and it causes pressure. Neither one of you is unaware of the trouble this is causing, right? So at least one of you is unhappy. How are you going to have a truly great relationship unless your sex life is working for both of you? So that's what's got to happen, a mutually fulfilling sex life. But if you think about it, if your partner doesn't want sex and you two are either, not having it, so there's this avoidance and a lack of sexual connection between the two of you, or they're having sex they don't really want, right? To make you happy, to take care of you or meet your needs, or, to meet a quota that it might feel like to them at this point. And if that's happening, they're not necessarily enjoying it, and you aren't either. Right? It's not satisfying if your partner is just going through the motions or doing this out of obligation or treating it like a chore. That is not the sex life I want for you. And I'm sure it's not the one you want either. What we want is for both of you to want sex, to find that desire. Easy, fun, engaging, pleasurable, something that you can both look forward to. Now, we are not magically going to transform your partner into somebody with a really high libido, but there are ways to work with this. And we have to start by understanding what's going on. And by the end of this entire video sequence, it's like, how do you actually get your partner on board with you, able to work on your sex life together, willing to work on this, maybe even excited to work on it together, to finally make this not a problem. So in the next video, we're going to dive deeper into what's actually going on, what you're likely experiencing together because this has become hard. You've got to understand the cycle that the two of you are trapped in before you can move forward. I'll see you there.